Hey, welcome back everybody. We have some important updates about crypto regulation in this video. Things are moving extremely fast. New developments are happening all the time, so we want to keep you in the loop. Ready to jump in? Let's go for it. Governments around the world have been working very hard to introduce new laws and rules regarding cryptocurrencies. They want to make sure that people are protected while also fostering innovation in the space. The main goals, according to them, are to fight tax evasion, prevent illicit activities like money laundering and terrorist financing, protect investors, and ensure financial stability. So let's talk about what governments around the world want. On September 2, 2025, the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission, SEC, and the Commodity Futures Trading Commission, CFTC, dropped a game-changing joint statement that could totally change how cryptocurrency trading works in the U.S. The SEC and CFTC's joint statement isn't just a simple regulatory update. It's a game-changer for the U.S. in the world of digital finance. By teaming up and paving the way for spot crypto trading on regulated exchanges, they're tackling one of the biggest challenges in the industry. In a rare moment of teamwork, these two agencies made it clear that registered exchanges can list and trade certain spot crypto products, even those that involve leverage, margin, or financing. How cool is that? Investors are getting better access, security, and trust. Exchanges are finding fresh chances to innovate and stand out. For the whole economy, it shows that crypto isn't just a niche thing anymore. It's really part of the financial scene now. The US is stepping up, and the world is definitely watching. The vibe from Washington. Crypto is the future of finance, and America is ready to take the lead. SEC Chair Paul Atkins and CFTC Acting Chair Caroline Pham are saying goodbye to regulatory hesitation. They're teaming up to boost innovation, improve transparency, and protect investors, all while keeping U.S. capital markets strong and trustworthy. Sounds good, right? Next, let's look at the European Union. The Markets in Crypto Assets or MiCA regulation, which is being put forward by the European Commission, aims to harmonize regulation across the EU, ensuring consistent rules for crypto businesses, and these would apply to exchanges, wallets, and even stablecoin issuers. The Markets in Crypto Assets regulation would mean that crypto businesses must be licensed to operate within the EU and adhere to strict rules regarding operations, governance, and oversight. Asia is also making moves to regulate the crypto space. For example, India has recently introduced the Cryptocurrency and Regulation Bill. The main goals of this are to create a facilitative legal framework for the growth of the cryptocurrency sector in India and to provide for a unique identification of crypto assets. There are also some overarching goals to address illicit activities and cross-border tax evasion. Canada has followed in the footsteps of the United States in regulating the activities of crypto businesses. The two acts that were passed, the Proceeds of Crime and Terrorist Financing Act and the Income Tax Act, were initially introduced in April of 2020. These acts aim to bring crypto businesses under the same anti-money laundering and terrorist financing regime that already exists for other sectors, like banks and money transmitters. Now let's discuss how this affects you. Well, first, it might affect the way you use exchanges. If you're used to using decentralized exchanges, you might want to stick with those, as centralized exchanges will likely face more regulation and KYC requirements. When trading on a decentralized exchange, you'll likely need to ensure that your funds are stored securely in a non-custodial wallet. And a custodial wallet is a type of digital wallet where a third party has control over the wallet and the private keys. A non-custodial wallet is a type of digital wallet where you have control over your funds and your own private keys. This is important because if a centralized exchange gets hacked, your funds are at risk. However, if you store your funds in a non-custodial wallet, only you have control over your funds. So even if a centralized exchange is hacked, your funds are safe. Second, taxation. The IRS considers cryptocurrency to be property for tax purposes. This means that any gains or losses from your crypto investments are taxable. So it's important to set aside funds for taxes. One way to do this is to keep track of your cost basis, which is the original price that you paid for a particular crypto asset. By keeping track of your cost basis, you can easily calculate your gains or losses when you sell your crypto. And there are actually some great tools available to help you do this automatically. DeFi, lending and borrowing platforms may be impacted by new regulations. There is a chance that these platforms could be required to obtain licenses or register with relevant authorities. So if you're using a DeFi platform, it's important to understand the risks involved and to make sure that you're following all applicable laws and regulations. Finally, NFTs. Non-fungible tokens are unique digital assets that can represent ownership of digital or physical assets. NFTs have become very popular in recent years, with people spending millions on digital art and collectibles. Now, NFTs are still relatively new, and there is still a lot of uncertainty about how they will be taxed. However, the IRS considers NFTs to be property for tax purposes. This means that any gains or losses from your NFT investments are taxable. So what can you do now to prepare for upcoming changes in crypto regulation? The first step is to educate yourself about the current and future regulations in your country or region. You can find this information on the websites of your local government or regulatory agencies. Next, you should create a plan for how you will comply with the new regulations. This may involve setting up new systems for tracking your crypto investments or making changes to your business operations. Finally, you should stay up to date on any new developments by following industry news and updates from regulators. By taking these steps, you can help ensure that you are prepared for the upcoming changes in crypto regulation. So hopefully this video was helpful. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.